Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're doing an 8-4 Dragons of Tarkir Fate Reforged draft. We opened Deathbringer Regent, which is a very strong card. I'm pretty happy first picking that. Other choices is, I think it's pretty much just Mistiff Kieran after that, which is, pretty aggressive card. I actually like Mistiff Kieran a lot, and I think those are really the only two cards I can consider first pick. I'll go with the 7-drop. I won't necessarily marry it, but I've played it a couple times, and people certainly don't play around it game one. And you can basically steal a game with it. You got to get to 7 mana, granted, but it's a good card. I'll take it. If it doesn't work out, so be it. All right, I think we get a good follow-up on color pick here in Flatten, which is very good. Otherwise, I think Shieldhide Dragon... yeah, it's a consideration, but Flatten's awesome. I love Flatten. So I'm happy enough taking that here over the Dragon, which is definitely a good card. But removal it is. Corpse Weft is good. So we've got a good black pick. Best card in the pack is probably Beastbreaker, Outrider. There's also Butcher and Evolving Wilds. I'm fine taking Corpse Weft. This is a great card. Having a Corpse Weft out after you play a Deathbringer Regent seems really good. So I'll take that. And then getting it early like this might be good if I build like a blue-black. I can, pick up late Sultai Skullkeepers and Sibsig Hosts like last pick. And they really just fuel your graveyard well for Corpse Weft. But let's take it. It's a good card. All right. So now it's Minister of Pain versus Hand of Silumgar. It's also Evolving Wilds. Best card in the pack is probably... Savage Vintmaw is pretty good. It's not a consideration here, but it is good. We'll take a black pick here, or the Evolving Wilds. I think, Hand of Silumgar or Minister of Pain are both pretty good. I'm kind of tempted to take the Hand of Silumgar. I actually like Minister of Pain quite a bit in certain matchups. And I suppose that Exploit works pretty well with Corpse Weft. I think I want Hand of Silumgar, though. It's just a nice, cheap, really nice, cheap card with Death Touch. I like it a lot. I like it more than Typhoid Rats. Even though it's the extra mana, I think it's worth it. Minister of Pain's more rare. And it kills like Conifer Strider. I still think I'll take Hand of Silumgar. That was a close pick, though. Okay. Pick now. Well, we've got a 5th pick Palace Familiar. That might be the sign I need to move into blue. Perhaps not, though. There is also a Dragonloft title, which of course pairs well with Deathbringer Regent. No black pick. You know what? Palace Familiar just seems like a good pick up here. Blue-black is definitely a good archetype. Deathbringer Regent seems to be a card you would definitely want in a blue-black deck. Corpse Weft, also definitely a card you want in your blue-black. I like it. Let's take Palace Familiar, see if we can't... put something together here. All right. So no black pick. We do have Silumgar Monument, which I think probably worthy of a pick when I've got the 7-drop. It's also Custodian of the Trove, which I'm fine with, and Updraft Elemental, which is playable, but this seems like a good opportunity to pick up Monument. Start to go a bit deeper. I guess there is a Kolaghan Aspirant, which is not super late, but, unfortunately, I don't really like the Deathbringer Regent in a red-black deck. Or a Corpse Weft, for that matter. All right, let's take a Monument and see if we can't make a blue-black thing work. Okay, so we have Void Squall, which really isn't necessarily a card you want for a blue-black deck, but it's certainly acceptable and really the only on-color pick or pick that... Honestly, I would say it's the strongest card remaining in this pack, so that might be a good sign for blue, despite it not being good in this deck, like I said. All right. Fairly late Breeze Dancer. I'm fine taking it. Possibly splashing white for it. It's pretty good. We have we have 4 non-creature spells already. It's pretty good. There's nothing else in here I care about or that's worth splashing. Maybe Segmented Crotique. But we'll take a Breeze Dancer. I'm cool with that. If it works out, so be it. All right, Ojutai's Breath versus Student of Ojutai. It's a pretty late Student of Ojutai, which is a good card. I think problem with Breath is I don't really like Breath in my blue-black decks. I much prefer it in my blue-white decks. Same with Void Squall. Student seems like a good card to buy time. I don't like it as much on the splash. I'll take the breath, but like I said, I'm not like super interested in it with it in this deck. I really don't like Durgar Nemesis that much. Guess we'll take, well, I guess the Display of Dominance breaks Corpse Weft. I'm not going to play any of these other cards. I guess we'll hate it. Protects against Flatten, I guess, too. Alright, well, we're not quite sure on what's going on yet. I mean, I definitely want to make black work because our 3 most powerful cards are certainly in black. And I want to make black-blue work if I can. Alright, we got an Elemental. There's a Carcisatus too, but Elemental seems better for buying us time. I'm fine splashing Breeze Dancer too. I think that's going to work fine. Yeah, I mean, we're on an okay start. I would like to see a little bit more blue cards. Jeez. A tabled Scream Reach Brawler is pretty surprising. I mean, Savage Vintmaw is better, but usually blue-black has the most problems with aggro, so I think I'm going to cut the Brawler. Or hate the Brawler, rather. Alright, Student of Ojtai, third to last pick. That's probably a sign that white's open, so might be that I want to move black-white. I mean, it could be blue-white, because I have a couple good tempo cards now, but I don't know, man. I'm kind of feeling like I want to play my black cards, like I said. Foul Tongue Invocation with 2 dragons seems good. There's also Palace Familiar. Draconic Roar is certainly the best card. Communist Lava is pretty good too. We'll take Foul Tongue Invocation. It's removal. Palace Familiar is certainly legitimate too, but we're currently rocking 0 Exploit. So let's take Foul Tongue. I like that we can gain 4 life off of it. It's very good in a control deck. Foil Ojutai's command. I might as well check the price. It's worth a whole 22 cents. So not worth much of anything, but it's, you know, it's good spells. I might just take Ojutai summons. Not necessarily broach white too much more. I mean, this card's okay. It's not like insane. Counter gain 4 or counter draw, but it's only counter creature. Not that that's terrible. Hopefully we table a Skywise Teachings. I think blue-black is probably really good with that, especially after picking up the summons. Let's take summons. It just seems like a great card in general for any time you're in blue, and I definitely like it in blue-black. Okay, Anticipate is what I immediately look at. I guess there is a Deadly Wanderings, but that probably tables anyway. And Sadist and Reckless Imp aren't that good. Let's take Anticipate. I am a big Anticipate fan. Okay, there's a Marsh Hulk. There's a Lore Master. Lore Master working well with our removal, certainly. Encase in Ice is an amazing sideboard card, though. I'm pretty, well, I wanted to say I'm pretty good on playables, but I guess I have a couple white spells right now. I mean, Lore Master is good. Encase in Ice is great sideboard card, though. Like, I'm really going to want this against red and green decks, definitely. Just a great way to buy time. I'm going to take the Encase. I'm going to hope to table the Lore Master. It is possible. Alright, Gudul Lurker versus Faithful versus Attendant. No Exploit currently. Faithful is decent. We already kind of have a couple. We have a bounce spell and a tap down spell. Faithful's not looking all that great in here, although I did want to Exploit for Corpse Weft, but I might just take the Lurker. It's not great for this type of deck, though. It's much better for blue-white. But Faithful doesn't seem all that great here. It seems okay. It's something to do early. Attendant seems okay, too, but not insane. I mean, I guess it works well with Deathbringer Regent. Guess I'll take the Lurker. It just seems like the best card. Defeat is playable. It's not great. It's also Marsh Hulk in here. Yeah, okay. Spellfist is great. So very happy to pick that up this late. Something this deck kind of wants and needs. All right, we can take a Faithful now. I still don't think it's insane for our deck, but it's probably more exciting than Reducing Stature, so okay. I don't mind having one. Wow, Commune with Lava and say no one's in red, I guess, so maybe Encase in Ice is going to be worse. Tomb Shell, I might actually want it. I know it seems not very good, mostly because it's not very good, but otherwise what? Ancestral Statue. I don't even like that in this deck either. I don't like any of these cards in this deck, really. I'm just going to take the Tomb Shell because I might need to play it. All right. I definitely play Contradicts, so I don't mind taking it here. It seems like something I could want for this deck. Tapestry. Well, I've got 10 non-creature cards, but not that good. I'd probably take it anyway. Well, I'm not going to play it. Let's just hate a Lose Calm. That could be good against us. I'll hate an Artillerist. I can't imagine myself wanting or needing a Carp. I'm still pretty happy about that Encase in Ice pick. I think this is going to really be helpful sometimes. All right, I'll hate a Volcanic Rush. That can be annoying. Got a Glint anyway. All right, I mean, our deck's not disastrous. I would definitely like it to be better. It's not exactly where I want it to be. It's not like it's awful. It's just we didn't pick up any Exploit, which is really the main reason you want to be in blue-black. But we have a Deathbringer Regent. Yeah, this deck needs some work. Fate Reforged pack is really going to have to hook us up. I'm pretty confident we should be able to at least find a land or two to make this Cunning Breeze Dancer work. And then with Breeze Dancer and Regent, we're at least okay on finishers and summons, I guess. But yeah, I would definitely like some more. Student of Ojutai seems like an awkward splash card. Okay, this is actually kind of nice. We have Infiltrator, which I think I am going to take. This actually seems like a good deck for it. I've had great experiences with Jeskai Infiltrator. I think the card's very good. And I guess we, hope to wheel Skullkeeper for Corpse Weft. I think there's a good chance we table both of these, and we probably play Skullkeeper with Corpse Weft. Although, yeah, Skullkeeper and blue-black, well, I mean, it's okay. It's not great. Infiltrator I'll definitely take, though. I like the card. Ooh, oh my god. Double on-color rare. This is a great pickup for our deck. Obviously, we're taking the foil one. But other than that, there is River Prowler, which we want. Lotus Path Djinn, Emissary, Backwater, even Shadow Spirit. Well, I guess Shadow Spirit's not great for this deck. But if we table any of those cards, I'll be happy. I think there's a great chance we table Prowler. A pretty low chance we table Emissary or Djinn. And Backwater, decent chance. But River Prowler, well, I guess River Prowler shines a little bit more when you actually have Exploit, but whatever. We'll take the Sage Eye Avengers here pretty happily. Very nice pickup. All right, we have 2 dragons for Fearsome Awakening. And I mean, you can res anything with it, so it works regardless. But I think we're actually going to take the Scoured Barrens to help fix for that Cunning Breeze Dancer. I mean, there's no way we don't have enough playables. Temur Sabertooth is a bit worrisome. Actually, Encase in Ice is well, I guess it's only an okay out for it. It just prevents, it doesn't stop the, activated ability from bouncing his other creatures and protecting them, but it makes the indestructible aspect pretty negligible. All right, Scoured Barrens it is. Okay, Executioner's good. Executioner is fantastic with Corpse Weft. And hopefully table the Skullkeeper once again. Yeah, I like that. Executioner is great. I like that card a lot. So, and it's going to work well with our Pals Familiar too. I like it. So we already have a deck, which is good. I guess technically this fixes for Breeze Dancer, but I'm not really feeling it. I'm not really feeling any of these cards. Will of the Naga, like, doesn't even strike me as something this deck really needs. Or wants. I think we'll hate the... Best card against this might just be the Mardu Scout. Just because it's a cheap, quick threat. Alright, Executioner number 2's great sign. Definitely slamming that. Corpse Weft is just rapidly getting better the more stuff like this we get. Since our deck's missing Exploit, these are nice substitutes. What's the cut? I almost feel like Void Squall is the first cut. It just seems really mediocre in a deck like this. But then again, Student of Ojtai, even with the Scoured Barons, probably not something I want to splash for. Alright, let's take Executioner number 2. Jeez. Guess we're going to hate an Outcast because it's far and away the best card, and it's pretty late here. Alright, Mind Scour Dragon's actually fine. This is actually good. Now, even though we have some removal, and we at least have good end game, and having triple dragon with Foul Tongue Invocation is actually kind of nice. Yeah, Mind Scour, and we can mill ourselves with Corpse Weft and get some value there. I actually kind of like that. So maybe now we can cut the Void Squall. I'm fine taking Skullkeeper here. Shifting Loyalties is a good sideboard card, but maybe I play the Skullkeeper over like Tomb Shell maybe. It's a cheap threat. It trades with stuff early, which I kind of like. All right. Tomb Shell's gone. Skullkeeper's in. Skullkeeper's not great. Definitely not great. Usually works well with Delve. In our case, we're playing it strictly for Corpse Weft, which I've done before and it's not great, I'll admit. But it seems like something this deck might want. All right, Lotus Path Gen Tabling is just a really great sign. I'm going to definitely take it over Dismal Backwater and cut something for it. Maybe the Skullkeeper, actually. I don't need Skullkeeper. It was just sort of something that fuels Corpse Weft, but I mean, we're absolutely playing Lotus Path Gen. That's no doubt in my mind. All right, we'll take the Disdain sideboard option. Skullkeeper number 2, whatever, in case I need them. None of these cards matter. Sure. Okay, so we have a deck. It's adequate. It's not great. We might want to play 18 lands. I didn't get any card draw, though. Did I? I don't think I did. All right, if I'm playing 18 lands, I think Skullkeepers are just getting the boot. I'd much rather have... If I'm playing 18 lands, I want a higher curve. I don't really like playing a low curve deck with 18 lands. It just feels like a mistake a lot of the time. Like you end up just playing all your 2-drops and then drawing lands for the rest of the game, which I really don't like. But at the same time, I want a pretty adequate creature count to make, good use of our Corpse Weft. So I need to cut 3 cards if I want to play 18 lands. 18 lands Monument, I guess that's still okay. All right, we have a good amount of finishers. So that's nice. What's our removal? We have Defeat, Foul Tongue Invocation, Ojtai's Breath, Flatten. Man. Oh, double Merciless Executioner. Yeah, all right. Let's cut the Skullkeepers, I think. It's cute, but likely not good enough. And then I got to cut one more if I want to play 18 lands. Yeah, my curve's high enough, I think, with like quad cards that are 6 or more mana. Yeah. Plus, you really want to be able to hit your summons right away. I wish I had some card draw in here. Like, Anticipate hardly can be considered card draw. I might cut the Ojtai's Breath. It just doesn't seem good in here. It works well with Sage Eye Avengers, kind of, but Ojtai's Breath is just not that good in a deck like this. It really isn't. There's just not a ton of times I'm going to be ahead on the board early enough. I guess, okay, it works well with Infiltrator. I will give it that. It does work well with Infiltrator. How many instant speed spells do I have to play alongside Contradict? That's usually my main question. Like, I have Flatten and Foul Tongue Invocation and Ojutai's Breath that play well with Contradict. Because Contradict is just one of those cards where you really want to leave something up alongside it. So if you're not countering a spell, you're staying busy. Anticipate, I guess, is another one too. How good is Faithful in here? Not great, but I like having 0-4 blockers. They can be useful. Even as like a 1-drop, they play something and then you Executioner, sacrifice this, make them sacrifice a guy. That can be good. I feel as though I want to cut a spell. I kind of like all of our creatures, although I guess Updraft Elemental is like a take it or leave it kind of thing. I really have like 14 or 15 creatures right now with the Elemental. Having too few creatures does make Corpse Weft suck quite a bit though. But at the same time, there might be an argument to cut Contradict. And keep our creature count at least like, you know, adequate. The Breath just looks so ugly in here. It really just pairs well with Infiltrator. There's like at no other time where I care about Ojutai's Breath. Yes, I mean, Rebound works well with Cunning Breeze Dancer, but Breeze Dancer just beats down regardless of whether you cast spells or not. It's a nice beater. And having Contradict is nice. There are times where you wish you had Contradict. But the question is, am I ever going to have enough of a developed board state where I can leave up a Contradict? And the answer might be no. All right, let's cut the Contradict. I like the card a lot. I just don't think this is like... I think I'm so light on removal that I need the Ojutai's Breath just to buy enough time to live. All right, so we can go 1 Scoured Barrens, 1 Plains, and just be good on Breeze Dancer. And then, what is this? 7 black and 10 blue. I don't know if I need 10 blue. I could probably get away with 9 blue, 8 black. I do need double blue, but I need double black too. Well, not until my... But I need to be able to play my Executioners early. They get worse later on. Well, not always, but typically they get worse later on. They're just a really nice, you know, they can be a nice targeted removal against pesky threats kind of early on. Yeah, okay, I guess. So 2 white sources, 9 blue sources, 8 black sources. I guess it's adequate. This deck's okay. Certainly not the best deck I've ever drafted by a long shot, but we've got enough finishers, which is nice. We have some decent early protection. Not great, but decent. I mean, I guess we run it like this. Yeah, I wish this deck was a little bit better. At least we have like some sideboard options with Encase and Ice, I guess. And I can bring in Skullkeepers if I'm playing against like hyper aggro. I don't mind bringing them in to trade early. But we'll see how this rocks. Yeah. I wish this deck had panned out a little bit better. Just based on our first 4 picks were pretty nice, actually. I think it was like Regent, Flatten, Corpse Weft, and Hand of Silumgar. So we had like a really nice start, but it didn't pan out quite the way I'd hoped it would since we have like 1 exploit guy. So, all right. That's like the main shortcoming, but we'll see how it runs. All right, I'll see you around 1.